There's always one thing that I forget. Often the microphone. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, but I sure as heck will find out soon. Sometimes things don't go the way that I think I want them to. That's okay, I won't give up. Just gotta find a new path, 'cause I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, but I sure as I could find out soon. All right. In stream. No, sorry. The mouse was just hovering over that button. I would like OBS and I would like the chat. Awesome. So now I can go to here. Yay. I'm kind of eating a late lunch. But I also woke up late because I also went to sleep late. Scheduling is hard. I wish I could be like my husband and just like go to sleep when it's time to sleep. Like he literally says goodnight and then is conked and snoring. I'm so jealous. Making yourself comfy? You're a good girl. She's a good girl. People keep seeing her laying on her beds that we got her after the big bed did not work out. And they said they were for medium dogs, but they're pretty small. They fit her exactly perfect when she curls up. But when she's outside of it, or just laying her elbows on it or something, she's very long. She's as long as me from here to, I don't know, where my hips hinge. Perfect size. 31 inches. 31-inch dog. So she's long. Got my sips today. Gonna be hydrated. Coffee counts. It's got water. I know it's a lot of sugar, but I'd rather drink something than nothing. When people talk about, oh, the dehydrating effects of coffee or whatever, it's nothing compared to the dehydrating effects of not drinking anything at all. So we do what we can. And today, what we can do is do our little color study. And then do the sketch. And then maybe do the sketch for frame 10. We're going to have to be very careful with our layers. Because if you were not here yesterday, we have discovered that we went to the moon in 1969. We've discovered that there was a camera move in this shot. Also, I need to make a list of all the points that make a shot have a difficulty level. And just like be checking those. This has a camera move, sure, which is fine in 3D, but since the background is 2D, we're gonna have to make multiple backgrounds. And then like scale and fade them. I've done that before with transitions for things, so I'm hoping it'll work out now, but we're gonna do this test with the color blocking. And honestly, maybe we'll color block without the lasso tool for the second frame and make them more blurry and stuff. Maybe that's how we do it. This one is normal, but when the camera starts moving, we can have things be blurry. I don't know. Maybe we'll color block with the lasso tool so we don't have to do it multiple times. And then just go over the edges on that same layer, duplicate it, and yeah, duplicate that layer so we have a safe copy of the straight edges. And then we'll go over the edges so it'll have the same texturing exactly, but just the shapes will be different. It'll have the blurry gouache wet edge. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so this is the first one. Oh yeah, the timeline stuff kind of messed with the whole thing. This is the second one. Oh, I can just have them all be seen. This is the second one. So we go from this to this to this to this to this to this. We're gonna make this grass go between these two pieces of grass instead of through them, but like are we gonna have 5 separate backgrounds, or can we just have a background most one? Is there a point where we can just make a bigger background and then scale it? That would be nice. All right. So this is where artistic liberties are gonna come into play very heavily. Sorry, I gotta eat the tuna noodle casserole. And then I also have a pear. I'm not being unhealthy. There's vegetables in here. There's celery and mushrooms, which is not a vegetable, but whatever. It's kind of vegetable-y. And peas. Did I say celery? There's protein. There's carbs. It's got the whole gambit, you know? Way better for you than not eating. Atoll. Okay. Done with that. Let's get into it. By finding some music. What would be more helpful, the music or the keyboard? I don't think I have that up anymore, yeah. Okay, let's find some music and then we will get started on this dealio. Been working on the Airtable thing for happening tomorrow. I'm very excited for that. Facebook. Honestly, maybe this one. I can't help it. I love Zelda. I didn't play Zelda growing up, pretty much. I didn't really play a whole lot of video games. I played point and click. I love Nancy Drew. That was my thing. I just found them in a box. All my games. And I'm pretty sure my mom ordered the newest one for me several months ago. And I wonder what happened to that. Anyway. Apparently I started listening to this before. Anyway. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess was the very first video game dun, 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 that I owned, because when I was 17, Christmas, so 5 months before I turned 18, we got there we go. Turn off that keyboard. There we go. Hi. Hello. So 5 months before I turned 18, I got a Wii. And that was pretty awesome. And Legend of Zelda was the first thing I played. But, like, the music was familiar, like, growing up. Like, all the sounds. Like, other people played video games and stuff, you know? Okay. Got to do my hello emojis. Thank you so much for sharing the project management workshop posts. I really appreciate that. And your words kind of simplified what I was trying to brain, and I couldn't. Marketing is so hard. I feel like every single time I go to a new instance, I'm like, I have to say something new about this, and it's just, I overcomplicate things, so I really appreciate that. And I'm very excited for it tomorrow. Oh, okay. They're posting Stranger Things behind the scenes in a group chat that I'm in. Okay. I was like, what the heck is going on? I was trying to get to whatever. I don't want to do the behind the scenes things. This is so complicated. Anyway. Yeah, it did. It made me feel very supported, and I appreciate it. I'm very excited to talk about Airtable. Especially, I was looking back at some of my older tutorials. Because I've done so many. Like, Airtable onboarding tutorials, mostly. Or how it works to pitch Airtable to, like, higher-ups. Because usually I'll run Airtable, the free part, the free version through a project and be like, hey, this was really helpful. And everybody else is on it and they're like, yeah, this was really helpful. And then you can pitch it. But this is a little different. This is like, how do you use it for yourself, for you? You know? So I want to make sure that, like, I get all the stuff and little, like, pictures for the concepts. Like I have this one for like data permissions. I mean, I'll go over it tomorrow, but I'm excited. Like just thinking about how to think about things. I'm very excited. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a brush. And distracted thinking about Airtable. That's so funny. What's New Pastel 2017? Okay. Well, can I delete this? Oh my god. Well, why is it all the way over there? What do you mean? It's right there. What do you mean? What does that mean? What are you talking about? What? Okay. Is that solidly what this color is? I'll just use this one. That's crazy. If I make a new layer... Okay. That's wild. Okay, so we do our colors and then we do our little sketch. Yay. Anyway, love Zelda. I wonder if Twilight Princess would be worth going back and playing. Let's get rid of this mouse, tuck in this keyboard. Ooh. We're using the XP pen, baby. We're using this thing. Can I get it to glint in the light so you can see the keys? Yeah. Let's go. Okay. We're on the second one. On the colors. We get the ground color. B. Okay. Is this different? No. B. It's the dark side of it. Ooh. Interesting. And then I see a little bit of dirt back there. Oof. That's wild. That's what I want. Lots of atmospheric perspective. Okay. Done. That's the same. That's basically the same. Okay. There's like 3 different colors of the grasses. Not only within the grass, but like spread throughout. So hopefully there's enough like variation. Oh, really? Look how dark that looks. But it's this gray. Because it's next to here. That's so interesting. I want the color. Oh, and technically this is warmer than this. Which is also a warm blue, but blue is cooler than green, which has a lot of yellow in it. So that makes the variation. That's so interesting. It looks yellow, but it's more orangey. I love it. Anyway. Are you working on smoke effects today? Sky. Okay, maybe don't do that. Don't hit space. Interesting. No, that's still lighter. Goes further away. It's a little more purpley, but I guess those are our colors. All right, Happy HB, where are you? Drawing box. Drawing box. P. HB. Happy HB. Awesome. God, Twilight Princess was just so good. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's good. I feel like I should go back and play. At some point. I don't know, would the Wii still work? God, even the opening screen was very exciting. I was very bad at playing though. Because I'd never played that type of game before. So I didn't realize how they should be played. Anyway, I spent I think 27 hours in the beginning area trying to get the monkey to open the door. I don't really know how you should be doing it. But I had fun. My mom had a file in there too. So I think she's played almost all the same Zelda games as me. Her birthday was over the weekend, and she received they remastered the old Tomb Raider games, which, like, my parents played them growing up on the computer, so I, of course, wanted to do what they were doing. And so I had some memories of playing that game. And so me, my mom, and Steven, my husband, were like switching off We didn't realize it was like a challenge level. It wasn't the actual beginning of the game. We were trying to figure it out, but luckily they have like modern control switch on there and stuff. But we were getting our asses beat. And we're like, what is going on? This is so hard. I guess games were just harder back then in the 80s. And that was really fun. They had a free, the Power Wash simulator. They had a free, like, clean Lara Croft, who's the main character of Tomb Raider. She is the Tomb Raider titular. Clean her mansion. DLC, but I didn't realize that it wasn't just free. That was just the add-on part. So we got my mom that too. So she spent some time cleaning a van off. We had to get her the main one, which paid for, but it was fun. I'm glad we got to do that. God, there's so many texts from that day that I need to reply to. Anyway, I think it's cool that my mom plays video games. Oh! I wonder if we could find out what is the background in all of them. And do that. It'd probably just be easier to do the first one and the last one. What is it? Frame 30 and frame 0. Like fully. And then do the smear thing we were talking about earlier for the in-between ones. We shall see, because sometimes things that work well in your head don't work well in the real world. Oh, speak of the devil. Or not. I think I just got butt dialed. Whenever I get butt dialed, I always ask, hey, you okay? And then it's funny. My mom is like, of course everything's okay. My dad's like, yeah, nothing's wrong. But you know, just in case. I have had people call me that were not okay. So I like to check. Not call me in general, just call me at weird times that I don't expect them to, is what I mean. Not just like any call. Hey, you okay? But we didn't figure out the Tomb Raider thing was a challenge level until Steven researched it today and figured it out. There's a little space right there. Iconic. Iconic. Which one is this from? Oh, just Legend of Zelda main theme. Interesting. Everything's all good. Love that for her. Love it. Dun, 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 dun. When I originally did this in Blender, I didn't know how to. Man, these all kind of overlap a little bit. Avoid some tangents here as best as possible. I did not really know that there's some more modifiers and stuff that you can do, and I still don't know how to do it. Along with the setup that I have here. Dragon Roost Island, yes. Where you can have an object be, because these are procedurally like I sculpted the grass, put a very small amount of thickness on each one, and then distributed that over all the points on the plane that I pushed and pulled around to make the ground. And I didn't know that you could have a modifier setup addition where you can have each object that is scattered have a radius between it and any other scattered object in that same setup. Which I will know now, the things that are possible. It's hard to do something if you don't know what's possible. Happy little accidents happen all the time, but it's also just nicer to know that they can happen. It's also easier to look stuff up if I know about it. It's gonna be so interesting to try to do. Dog barking outside. My dog does not bark except for in her sleep or if she's like super overstimulated. Yes, this song is good. Skyward Sword, I don't know about it. I never finished it. I'm just gonna make that another piece of grass. Just want to make everything seem extremely overlapped. Anyway, so that's why you see pieces like this. Like this piece of grass here is clearly going through this piece of grass that's here. You can see the mix up here. But that's not how real grass grows. So, artistic liberties here. Yeah, maybe it'd be too much work with all this overlap to move this one. But the cog is going to be here. So. That will be good. I'm really excited for tomorrow. I love breaking things down and I love answering questions for people. I love having the answers to questions. I love hearing how other people think about things that I'm like, this is how I know how to think about this. And then hopefully people will be like, well, this is how I think about it. And trying to, I don't know, like match that, understand that a little better. And I'll learn things that way too. Especially if you've used something for so long in a certain, yes. It can be really helpful to have somebody else be like, this is how it looks to me. Especially if something has changed as much as Airtable has. I'm very excited to hear what other people have to say as well. Dun, dun. I know I'm going to be talking about Airtable for the next 3 days, but I can also talk about it now. Oh, my goodness. I wish I could be one of the, well, no, I don't know. Like the educational resource people, I've gone to a couple of their seminars before, and because it's to people first starting out, you can't get into the more advanced stuff. Even their advanced stuff was not very advanced. Which isn't bad. It's very important to have the basics down so you can do the advanced stuff. But then, like, I feel like there's people who have worked on, in like the Airtable forums, there's people who have like worked on massively different things than me, like more like sales or like inventory stuff, which I guess asset management is kind of like inventory, but they have all these different formulas and thought processes and the way that they want to see the information, which I don't understand because I'm not doing those things. So there's not really a whole lot of people to talk to about animation as a tool for managing your production. And how, like, the relational database aspect of everything, like how the different tables can relate to each other and how you can have information in different places, like how all that works. Something that I need to get better at is how to present the information to people who don't need to see all the data when I'm working on a production with them. And I really think getting more into like the interfaces part, which is just different ways that you can display the data for different people, and you can have logins and stuff. And then they just made, a couple days ago, they just made public facing interfaces where you don't have to log in to be able to see them or have an account, which is really, really awesome for people who need their clients to see the data, but they don't want them to like rewrite everything or whatever. Yeah. So I'm really excited for that, because I'm tired of making people get account. Well, I'm not completely tired of that, because the first year that I had Airtable, every time that somebody makes an account using my sign up link, I get $10 credit. And the amount of people that I invited to Airtable the first year that I used it for serious paid for the entire year. That was awesome. That was really great. Which is only 24 people. It's not too many. But like, who needs to see the data and who doesn't is also a really important feature of Airtable. I don't really understand what these shapes are doing, but it's interesting. It's a very important aspect of why I think Airtable works for me. So I'm excited to... I want more production things so I can experiment with those things. I was really sad at one place that I tried to work at when I was so used to like freelance stuff, so you know exactly how many hours are going into things, and exactly what tasks you're working on. And so I was like, can we structure things like this so I can know who's working on what and when and like for how long, so we can predict how long other tasks will take. That's like an important part of scheduling things, is knowing how long something is going to take. But the people there were just scared that it was going to be used against them, and I was like, oh my gosh, not great. Like time tracking stuff, there's got to be a sweet spot for that. I think the reason why I love doing animation stuff so much for project management stuff is because like with ADHD, like I literally have been so disorganized. Yes. Yeah. My whole life. Very severely disorganized, failed classes because of it. Not diagnosed till 15, which is apparently still earlier than other people, which is wacky. But with animation, I feel like the organization stuff it all falls in place. Like I understand it. And there's like a product at the end of it. It's not just like a vague concept of like, oh, well, be organized, put things in places. It's like, if you put this here, then other people can access this information and do this part of the job that needs to be done and produce this thing that will be part of the end product. Like, it just feels like visual and kinetic rather than just like words that don't make sense. It just feels like it is something. And I'm very passionate about that. And the way that, I don't know, school was run and stuff, like, helped me do those tasks at every single part of the pipeline so that I could know about how long that takes, or be in proximity to people who are better at those things and can do those things better, but you kind of know the process. And if you know the process, you can ask like, oh, how long do you think, like, what kind of allotted time you need for this? And every single person is different too. So every single production, like, the pipeline is the same. You plan the stuff, you design the stuff, you make the stuff move, you fix it up to look pretty, and you distribute it. Like, there's 5 stages to every single production. But, like, every single, like, group of people working on stuff is gonna have, like, different talents, and, like, I'm getting so excited about just thinking about animation production. Like, different ways that the puzzle pieces will fit together. So there's like an underlying structure to how everything will go, but, like, you get to change it up. You get to add your flavor text. And it feels like a constantly shifting puzzle, which is very exciting to try and get to tackle, because that means that, like, I don't know, it's more engaging to me than other things. But I tried to, like, help run the editing part of this one part of a project where on the animation side, I saved a bunch of hours for everybody by knowing the pipeline, knowing the team that I was on, and being able to, like, help guide things to where they needed to be. But, like, the editing side, I was not familiar, so I requested more people than necessary. I didn't realize editors just go boom bam beam, because for me, editing would take this long, right? And I haven't really worked with editors because through school, it was just sort of like, you are the person who does those things and you just finish it, put it together, and there's no editing after that. There's no multiple subtitling and dealing with different timings and all this kind of stuff. And a good editor can, like, do so many cool things so quick. It would have taken me forever to do these things that people were doing really quickly. So I just didn't know. And we just did accordingly. And it wasn't, like, held against me or anything like that. Oh my goodness. It was just sort of like, sorry, I'm making a couple of people just wait around all day. But they can work on other projects, so it was fine. It's like little learning things like that that are really cool and fun and exciting for me. Wow. Okay. Me just babbling here. I love to save. Did not save anything. Oops. Enter. That feels better. That's better. This blade of grass, this one is actually this one right here. But it just kind of, like, changes places. Oh my goodness. I think it would be good It might be good to do all of the sketches if possible. Yeah. Doesn't have to be super, super exact. We kind of got how the camera was going. Screenshots are king. Because then we can figure out the scaling thing too. Anyway, I love Airtable, love working on productions. I don't understand how this piece of grass goes. I don't know what's happening here. Is this... Does it go out? And this one just... Well, what's this then? What's this? It just looks like it goes into the side of this one, so I'm not really gonna worry about that too much. We'll just do this. Ooh. Yeah, of course this is Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess was like the thing in high school. It's like moody. Ooh, dark and gritty. Especially for people who like grew up playing the like bright and colorful like Wind Waker and stuff, I guess. Now that they're teenagers and gotta be a little cynical and moody and whatever. That was helpful to see reflected in media. She's snoring. But anyway, it was the shit. Okay, that one is that one. The colors in the screenshots are not going to be right because the rendered colors have the like fog modifier and stuff. That's why the rocks look different in the screenshot rather than the very first frame we have, which is rendered, which I should have rendered the other ones. I forgot. I forgorted. But whatever. Oh, classic. Skyward Sword does have a really great musical range. It's just I went from playing Twilight Princess to, I believe Skyward Sword was the next one to come out. And it had taken me so long. When did Skyward Sword come out? It had taken me so long to get through Twilight Princess. It literally took me like 2 years. Or something. I think I had 270 hours in there. But I remember I got it on the day... Oh my god, happy... What? Skyward Sword was not released in 2021. The original, 2011. November 18th, 2011. Okay. I remember when I got it... at like the day it came out, and I was really excited to talk with my friend who had helped me do some of the hardest parts of Twilight Princess. And we were gonna play the game together and stuff, and then like my ADHD butt could not. I would set the game down and I would forget everything that was happening, and there was no like task list or anything to like go back to and see what was going on, and it was just not good. I never finished the game, and I think I literally just in the past couple years, you needed a special Wiimote for it, and my friend had the cool Zelda branded one. It was gold, and she let me borrow it, and I think I just gave it back a year or so ago, way after the Wii is no longer the main gaming platform for Nintendo gaming system. I don't play very many video games, but when I do play them, I play them. At least 200 hours. It's the ADHD, it's all or nothing, baby. ADHD really is the here and now, or it doesn't exist disease. It's not a disease. It's a developmental disorder affecting the amount of serotonin. So we are dopamine seeking with cycles, oh, classic, of depression and anxiety. Man, I even went to like study help classes that didn't do anything for me. All the classes were just like, yeah, you just do it. I was like, cool. If I could just do it, I would. But I guess since I'm not doing it, that must mean I'm lazy, which has been fun to realize it was not true. I honestly think SCAD helped me a lot with that. Animation helped me really see that if if I'm invested in something, I'll be invested in it. When I got to my major classes, amazing. Everything else was pretty difficult, especially if I had to write an essay or something. Nope. Not very great. Okay. I'm putting this grass piece in front of this rock. It is not going through the rock. Anyway. Thanks for listening, I guess. I don't know why I'm just... Well, because I'm focusing on something else, so I'm just babbling. Learning to work with my ADHD and being an adult so that I could do things at my own pace. And also having positive experiences like with... Oh my god, the best. That all really helped inform me that I could do stuff and make something of myself. And it wasn't a personality flaw. just how it was. And that is a-okay. I feel like this is going to be one of those shots that's just kind of like smears. But we're testing out the color blocking and seeing what would be better. And it gets me more familiar with the pieces of the puzzle. E. Oh, I know this one better in the, gosh, Skyward Sword has so much good music. What the heck? Freaking iconic. It was really cool, like flying through the sky and stuff. But like, I feel like it was the first introduction of the God. Oh, it's so good. It was the first introduction of the stamina bar, I believe, in that era. So like that was difficult to work with. And then like it was difficult going from tone-wise, not Stardew Valley, Twilight Princess, where it's like very dark, gritty aesthetic, whatever. Lots of desaturated tones, like all this kind of stuff. It felt like, oh, this is like the grown up, you know, like it's grown up, the series. And then it's just immediately you're thrown back in time to like childhood. We're going to school. Dee-dee-dee. A bird drops a letter on you. Like what? It was a whiplash of tonal shift as well. So I wonder if that had something to do with it. There's probably a million video essays about that. Yes, Minda's Lament. So iconic. But I think it wasn't Skyward Sword like trying to like bring new people in or something? Like there were reasons and stuff. I don't think all these little things matter. Just kind of like the, not tree line, but the, maybe just like the negative space. Maybe that matters more, especially if we're gonna be just doing smears of color. Maybe that matters more. We'll see, I guess. Oh shoot, there's a whole section over here. No, we're not doing that. Because we decided the grass is going over that. Okay, that one took about 10 minutes. I feel like we need at least one more to be able to determine. Yeah, this one shouldn't be too bad. I won't do all the little background things. I'm just gonna do the big ones, because at least at this point we will be going faster. I think the other ones won't take too long, and it'll be really good to be able to have that test. I'm gonna have it open. Sketch. I need to do sips. If you have sips, remember to sip. Hydration. It's almost 90 here today. Sips, I said. Not chugging. This is why I'm never hydrated. I just want to, like, chug the entire thing. Ooh. No, don't like that one. Ooh, love to save. Ooh. Hello. You missed my entire impassioned speech about production management. I was just blabbing. It's really going off. I didn't mean to. It was very funny. Hi, we are doing the sketches to be able to do the test. What are you working on today? Oh, Atron is sick. Send him well wishes. Am I supposed to say that? I'm saying that anyway. I sent him some cough drops on Amazon. He just got them. Just working on trying. Do it. We still need to catch up. I still need to hear about Miami and tell you about. We need to exchange Florida stories. Still haven't done that. Oh my goodness. It's so much harder to keep contact with people when you don't get to see them every day. It's unstructured. You have to structure it yourself. And that's okay. We will catch up with all the people. Yeah. I've even seen people recently that I still haven't caught up with because I just saw them. And that's it. Oh my goodness. It is nice to have friends that you can not talk to for a while and then you just pick back up. That is nice. No! I don't know what that emoji is, but it feels like the equivalent of that one face. The like, but I have a little bit of like jazz hands with it. Very excited about tomorrow. Very excited. I don't really know if anybody's gonna show up. Karen better. You better, Karen, because you requested this. I'm doing this for you. Nah, it's all good. I recorded for a reason, and I'm gonna have visual stuff if anybody needs a refresher at any point while they're doing stuff on their own. So it should be good no matter what. Don't say that to me right now. Yeah, everybody's spread out between Atlanta and LA. Oh my god. This is all MIDI. But it feels like the guitar stuff. Is that crying? Yes. I believe that guy's crying. Zelda music is just constantly so good. It really does feel like a guitar is playing. Watch this be like the remake where they're actually playing guitar or something. I'm not doing all the background stuff. We are just gonna do like the negative spaces for the sky. And everything else can be smears. As long as we have everything else in the foreground, whatever. It should be fine. And honestly, it might be better if we get a little smeary, if that's how we're gonna do it. when the final happens. I say as I proceed to continue to trace. Exactly. But these are kind of in the foreground. They're in the midground. It's not the background like this. That's probably good. It's probably good. It's fine. Birthday gamer cow. Okay. Brunch babies. Oh, like a bunch of babies, I see. You should eat. Eating's good for you. I have a snack. Snack time. Posture. Egg Harbor Cafe. That sounds really familiar. Hello? I need my mouse. I can't click, apparently. There you go. Is that the one by the Starbucks on Peachtree Street? Yes, Davies has recommended this place before. Roswell Road. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm not gonna zoom in too far. But wow. I know of places. Yes. Temporarily closed. Is this the one by Scott? Oops. Interesting. I'm so good at navigating Google Maps right now. No, this is the one by SCAD. Isn't it? No. Yes? Oh, that's cute. Oh my gosh, you pour your own milk in? Let's go. Wait, what are their prices? Oh, they have fruit. Oh. Opens at 7 a.m. If it's a brunch place, what are its hours? To 2? 7 to 2? Oh my gosh. Okay, what are the prices? Got me thinking about food now. $16! $13? Nah, oh, that's reasonable. It's probably reasonable for nowadays or something. Sir Dugan frittata. Wow, this looks really good. I hope I don't get too distracted tomorrow. $14 for fruit, toast and egg. Habanero hash. Oh man. Chorizo. Lots of pork. Starting in the early 20th century, pork really became a breakfast staple here. Key West! That's where my dad's from. Oh my gosh. Oh, that looks so good. No! These look amazing! Stop it. pure maple syrup. Pure maple. Oh, they even have lunch stuff. Gosh. This is really good. Oh, they have lots of places. I love how it's like the Midwest, North Midwest, and then it's just Georgia. That's so funny. I'm hungry for brunch now. Okay, well, let me just do a couple more lines and I got this. That's kind of important because they're kind of close. Okay. It sounds really good. No, I don't need to be perfect. It's just gonna go by really quick. Hold yourself back. You can always come back if you need to. Nope. New folder. I'm excited to be able to like animate in Photoshop. At some point. Okay. Basically, all we need is this one. Because then it can be the textured brushes and stuff. The difference in line quality between when I put my elbow down and when I'm just freehanding is incredible. Ooh, that was real bad. That should be all the big ones in front. Oh, God. It doesn't need to be perfect. It is going to go by in a flash, in a jiffy. Should be kind of better shaped somewhere. I don't think I've animated a background once, and it was literally just like a turn of a square, a wall going from the corner to flat, and that was easy. Freaking epic. Ulster, dude. Whatever.
I'm a sushi chef.
I'm a
I also
sushi
happen to
chef.
be a cat. How'd I get here?
Meow.
Adobe Photoshop. It turned a cute kitty like me into a sashimi master. And
Haha,
it can make your
AI.
pictures look amazing too. In just a few
Haha,
clicks,
generative
you can
AI.
background, swap out a so-so sky, and remove distractions like people and power lines. With Photoshop, everyone can. I love playing with this mouse. Click or tap the banner to visit.
Goodbye. Oh. Adobe is about to fuck some stuff up for, not fuck it up, but like shake things up so that they can have like better apps moving forward. But it's gonna mess every single plugin up. So, and I didn't know about this until Battleaxe emailed this morning. Because I have Time Lord and I have Overlord. Time Lord is the one between Animate, Photoshop, and After Effects. And then Overlord is the one between Adobe Illustrator and After Effects. And that one is going to be turning into an app instead of an extension. Because the base of why the extensions work is gonna change. Let me just read the email real quick because I think it's important. Did not do that. Oops. It's being released on the 29th, and they're having, each of these was like $50, but like a working half a day at freelance rates, like paid for everything. It was so nice. As a pre-release, you can purchase version 1 for $55 and get access to version 2 plus 1 year of updates. And then you can renew to like help support them, but you don't have to. It's a one-time purchase thing. But the thing, there was just like one thing. Adobe is switching changing its third-party development platform from CEP to UXP. So it's like different communication technology between the applications. The JS, it's a JSON thing. No. right now, but they are switching it to UXP. Which is the core of why you can send stuff from After Effects back and forth from After Effects and Adobe Illustrator. If you make a shape in Illustrator, then you can send it to After Effects and make the smear shape or whatever, and then you can send it back to Illustrator if you need to. But like, it wouldn't be able to do that once Adobe switches. So I'm not sure if I explained that completely well. I know Airtable better than I know this. But anyway, that is happening soon. I think that's good enough. Anyway, so it's like road work, you know. It'll be better in the long run, but right now it's like, it's messing everything up. So I'm really glad that Battle Axe is like on that before things happen. They've made a lot of cool free plugins. One of them is called A Link to the Past, which is now not decrepit, obsolete, because I think Adobe 2024 does the same thing, but it'll like link instances of the thing that you're doing so that all of them can change at once rather than making it be bad. I don't know what this line is. What was I doing a second ago? I don't know. It's good enough. Trying to just be like quick and not precise with this one because this would be moving faster, I think. And so we wouldn't even have the lines, we'll just have the brush strokes. Anyway, it's nice that there's companies that care. I would love to learn more about these programs. Jake in Motion has a lot of good videos, and Battle Axe actually hired him. So now he works with them, doing like explainers and stuff. He did a video series maybe 2 years ago where he went through every single one of the effects on the effects panel in After Effects and was just like, this is what it does. This is what I can tell that it does. Which is insanely helpful. Because when I look some of those up, like his videos in that series pop up. And then sometimes there's lots of people in the comments of those videos being like, oh, this is what this actually is and this is how it's helpful, which like people would not know. I love the knowledge sharing. Anyway, so I really like the motion graphics community on YouTube. Feels like a lot of people just figuring stuff out and trying to help each other. Ben Marriott, yeah, lots of people. Also, if there's a plugin in After Effects to do something, you can do it without the plugin. It just takes a million years longer, and sometimes, or even just like it's too many button clicks and the extension just makes it one. Like creating a null would be, I think, 2 or 3 button clicks, but I have a plugin that I just click the null button and it makes the nulls for me, which is great because nulls are so helpful for moving things around. It's just an empty thing. For putting controls on, for like doing a lot of stuff, for just having a thing to put on, and it really does save you lots of time. And in projects where you have to turn stuff around really quickly. Yeah, I agree. Really helpful. Anyway, A Link to the Past one is good. You should watch the trailer for Time Lord. It's really cool. I'm older than you, dude. But I get it. I love to save. Yeah, Time Lord. It's what this is. Like all these buttons right here. You can color code these layers. You can do onion skin. I've never done that before. I've never really used it. Wow, it really darkened everything. Okay, well, I didn't mean to do that. Why did it darken everything? Oh, can I turn it off? Yeah, cool. So you'd have to set that up. You can split, duplicate, whatever. You can animate in character animator, I think it's called. Whatever the animate app is now that used to be Flash. And then send it to here for cleanup. Or just animate in here, I guess. It does a lot of the same things as Harmony. If you're just doing the 2D part, Harmony Essentials, let's say. But you can also just send, if you have After Effects open, you can just send the layers that you have selected to After Effects. So you don't have to export them or anything. And it really saves time. And it sounds cool. But they do a lot of traditional animation in the trailer that is awesome, like morphing stuff. God, I love all this overlap. It really gives a sense of depth. Oh. Is this really a song that happens on the island? Did they take Wind Waker song and put it on the island? Yeah, it is. It's so cool. I appreciate Battle Axe. So I think while the pricing is low, once we get the next paycheck, that might be something to invest in while it's so low. This is a tool that will be useful, and it's going to go away just as I'm trying to learn it. Feels like my dad getting out of... My dad was in the Navy, and he went to school for radio, ham radio, and Morse code, all that kind of stuff. And literally as soon as he graduated, they stopped using that. So I want to avoid something like that, you know? I've had that happen where you start using something and then it just kablooey, gone, gonzo. You should, yeah. Feel free to just download the ones that they have on now. I appreciate them as a company because their Battle Axe is very much about teaching, learning, having things be available to people. And they're pretty transparent. Okay, this is the last one. Maybe I should watch a playthrough of Twilight Princess and just see if it holds up to my memory of playing it. That would be cool. There's a little more sky visible because the horizon lane really changes in this last one. Twilight Princess? That's the Zelda game before Skyward Sword. I do believe. I think Twilight Princess was 2009? 2006? 2000. I got it in 2009, but it was already older by then, right? And they have not done... Yeah, November 19th, 2006. Wow, November is really a big Zelda release month. In North America. Oh, the GameCube version was released in December 2006. So I was right on both counts. Yeah, I got it in 2006 and it was released in 2006. Just kidding. I just faked myself out. That was really interesting. Anyway, it was good. It was my first console game that I ever owned and played, but like it was really funny. My aunt got the game, my parents got the Wii. Previously owned, and then no, was it? It might have. I know the Twilight game was previously owned, and at one point, this was also why I couldn't progress in the game. And we had to just buy another one at GameStop. Or did I? No, I think I borrowed my friend's. So it was her copy, the same one that loaned me the remote that I just returned to her. Whatever. It just stopped working. The game just stopped working. Look at that. That looks cool. I'm gonna make that the thumbnail. I'm gonna export this. This is funny. Anyway. So if we have this open, we can push this using Time Lord. All we do is we hit render selected layers. And then we should see them populate here. Oop, there it is. Exporting image sequence. It takes longer with the bitmap ones. Oh, I should have saved. Oops. Well, you live and you learn. I want to see them populate here. But I also want to see this. Oh, I know. Oh no, I can't move the... I can't move that. Can I move this? Ha! Okay. And we just wait. If you have sips, remember to sip. Yes. Sweet baby Snow. She's so curled up. When we first got her last year. Last year? We got the house in 2021. We got married in 2022. We got the dog in 2023. Yes. When we first got her last year, she wanted physical affection all the time, and she was also very, very tired. So I just sit in the hall, and this was before she knew how to get up on beds and couches and stuff. That was this year. So I just sit on the ground in the hall and like just put my legs out, and she would, or just one leg even, and she would like find the best corner and just snuggle and sleep for like hours. She doesn't really do that anymore, unless it's like late at night and she's really tired. But she's a snuggle bug. She would be snuggling right now if she could. She's been very, I guess, clingy recently. Like, I leave to go, she's sleeping, I walk away to go downstairs and get something or whatever, and she jumps up and like follows me and just follows me around. She wants to hang out with the pack. She does not like being alone. I can't imagine what it would be like. I'm so grateful that we can both work at home. Honestly, Overlord takes way less time. I think because it doesn't have to, because this is like bitmap stuff, not vector. But Overlord, you just click it and it goes. This actually exports an image sequence to a folder and then it puts it there. I think that's why this one doesn't have to change. But Overlord does. But I wonder how that's going to affect Time Lord going from Animate to Photoshop. No! Could you hear that? Could you hear that thunder? That's wild. One day I will meet this dog. Ellie? Ellie, right? Is that... Oh, sorry. Should I not? Oh, y'all got it up there. We haven't gotten it yet. This has been stormy looking all day. I feel like if it's stormy in y'all's area, it's not stormy here. Because y'all are close to my parents. But if it's storming here, y'all don't have it up there. I mean, I guess that makes sense. We're in completely different areas, but... I just wonder how big rain clouds can be. Because they all look big. Well, they all look simultaneously small because they're, you know, you reach your hand up and they're like this big in the sky. But then you're like in a plane and you're like, oh my gosh, clouds are massive. Bigger than this plane. And I've seen the plane from the outside is huge. So what? I don't know. I personally have a hard time telling distances, sizes like that. Man, if anybody ever asked me for a description of somebody, how do people come up with these, like, oh, he was 6'1" and 250 pounds. Like, I don't even know how tall and, like, large somebody is from, like, how much they weigh from, like, looking at them when I've known them for forever. Like, I can't do that. Can't do it with clouds either. Okay, so now it's importing into After Effects. That's so funny that this is taking way longer. I wonder if it's also because of the timeline stuff. When I didn't have the timeline, and it didn't have to put that information in, it didn't take this long. Anyway, I could, like, give a description of clothes and, like, face and be able to be like, yeah, they had this feature, they walked with this gait or whatever, but, like, not size just straight up. I could be like, yeah, they came to, like, here, and then you could measure for me. But how do you do that with clouds? Here it comes. Goes. I might sit out there and watch the rain for a little bit. Whew. I can't even see the other side of the parking lot. It's so funny. Every single time that it rains here, you hear the whoosh of the wind like hitting all of the trees successively. Like when somebody goes into a warehouse and the lights flip on and they go tink 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 tink. It's like that, but like with the rain and the storm every single time that it comes in. I've literally, it's like running away from the explosion or whatever. Oh, are they doing every single one? Maybe I should do this individually. It's very interesting. Anyway, I've been outside walking snow. She hates being wet. She hates the water from above and goes nuts when it's raining. So we like literally, the wind was blowing and then we hear it. And so we were running, like I start running and she was running and like tucking her whole butt underneath her pelvis. And like we were just shooting for the door and we get in and we slam it closed as this huge gust of wind like hits the door. It was like a freaking movie. I came in and said that. It was like a movie. When it rains here, there's so like if it rains hard, I love the atmospheric perspective you get. Trying to see the other side of everything from here. I'm gonna take a little picture. I love it. I love it. It's so cool. It's still going. This feels like when I tried to render the other day from Blender. What was it, yesterday? Well, it's been so dry for so long. But anyway, it's almost time to feed the dog. Maybe this will go faster if I'm not streaming anymore, but we're gonna put a halt on this test and pick it back up next week on Monday. Because for the next 3 days, we're doing Airtable. And I don't necessarily know that every single one is going to take 2 hours. I just have that time blocked off. Just in case. I don't know who's going to show up. What kind of questions are going to be asked. I'm going to do the little Q&A thing. How do I do that again? Over to down here. Put a little Q&A. Oh, 100%. Yes. I think we can end the poll there. Good job. Oh, only one vote. Thank you. That's okay. Even just showing showing up. Even just clicking the link is very helpful. Well, thanks for hanging out, y'all. Just eating a pear in front of you. Ah. I really need to learn better what to select and not to select and everything. But hopefully this weekend we can put the new graphics card in, which, like, instead of being this big with one fan, it's like this big with 2 fans. So I assume that means it's better. And maybe the exports and everything will definitely go faster. Because this computer is old. But anyway, I will see y'all tomorrow. That's why I ended it. But yeah, tomorrow will be good. I made a new account so I can show everybody how to do it from the get-go. So maybe that'll be helpful for people not even doing animation stuff. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. End. Oh, it just did it. There you go. It's because of the timeline stuff. I'll mess with that. I'll mess with it later. Anyway, bye. End.